I filmed this intro like 45 times because I'm so awkward. Hey everybody, so I'm back with another video for you guys today. I wanted to do a brush cleaning video. I know there are tons on YouTube, but I just wanted to show how I do it because I think my method is really effective. It gets my brushes super clean, and I know a lot of people in real life who don't clean their brushes, so this is my way of being like, yo, this is how you do it. Anyways, I will get right into it. If you want to see how I do it, then please keep on watching. So the first thing I use is this silicone oven mitt that I got at Bath & Beyond, and basically I'm too cheap to buy the Sigma one because it's basically a fucking oven mitt that is like $30, and I think I paid about like $8 for this one, so I'm sure you can find them on Amazon for pretty cheap as well. And you can see it's been well loved. I've been using it a lot. So basically this is just to keep my hands from getting like super pruny, and it helps really get into the brush and kind of clean it out because it has all these ridges, and like the smaller ridges I use for the eye brushes. Basically the same deal as the Sigma glove, just a lot cheaper. And I mean, maybe it's not as amazing, but it does the job for me. I have my water kind of, I guess, lukewarm. And then what I'm going to be using to clean the actual brushes is a bowl full of olive oil and then a bowl full of dishwasher soap. So the olive oil just helps to break down the makeup, and then the actual soap will just go in there and kind of get rid of all the dirt and grime that the oil loosened, and just make our brushes super clean and white again, if they're white, I guess. So I'm just going to take like a super grimy brush just so you can see like the difference. So I just wet the brush a little bit and kind of loosen it up, get everything all wet. That's what he said. Dip some in the oil, you don't need too much, and just kind of use the brush and make circular motions. Sometimes I do like an 8. And that just helps like loosen all that built up product in there. With buffing brushes especially, they kind of absorb a lot of product, and you're using like a cream or liquid product with it, right? So I'll just do that, and kind of, you can squeeze it out and see just how much makeup is coming out of that. And then I'll dip it back into the soap and just kind of do the same thing that I did with the oil. And this is just gonna get like everything super clean. So you can see just how much crap comes out of those brushes. Just kind of keep rinsing and lathering and rinsing and lathering until the brush basically runs clean. So after my last couple of rinses, I just make sure that all the makeup and the soap is out of the brushes, and then you'll see the water starts to run clear. So I'll really squeeze it there and kind of get all that water out. So that's our clean brush basically. So we'll just do a really dirty eye brush now and close up on it so you can really see. So I'm just getting it wet. Let's just see if you can even, there we go, you can see how dirty that is. So we're just getting it wet and then dipping it into the oil and doing the same deal with the circular motions. And now that you're up close, you can kind of really see that eyeshadow coming apart and how clean the brush is already getting just with the oil. Just really gets in there and gets everything out. Dampen it again and dip it into the dishwasher soap, and then just kind of lather it around. And then you can see just how frickin' white that got. And that didn't really take me long at all. So the face brushes are always harder, obviously. They're bigger and they trap more product, but this method is like super effective because it really gets in there and gets everything out. So yeah, just to see how white that brush got. And then this is what I do to dry the brushes. I will just use my towel rack and a rubber band. And sometimes if they're too long, I'll wrap it around twice, or I'll just kind of go like that to make it a little bit smaller. And then I'll basically just hang the brushes upside down. This helps prevent the water from running up the brush into the ferrule and eroding the glue. And they dry a lot quicker because all the water kind of just drains downwards. So that's what they all look like when they're finished being washed and they're just hanging there on the towel rack. Yeah, I know, fascinating stuff. I also wanted to mention that I don't keep the water running the entire time I'm cleaning my brushes. Obviously, that would be extremely wasteful. I was just trying to speed things up for the video, so I did it all in one shot. But yeah, a lot of the brushes that are really, really, really grimy will take a super long time. Like this one took a fucking long time. But yeah, some will take longer than others. But overall, I think this is a super effective method. If you see just how white the brushes do get, or like how clean they get, they do look brand new. So, and usually by the next morning, maybe I would say a full 24 hours later, they're completely dry and ready to use. And luckily I have tons of clean ones to use while those ones dry. So, okay, so hopefully that was educational. I really enjoy the way that I clean my brushes. I think it's really effective, and I have quite a large volume of brushes, so I don't necessarily need to do this as often as you might need to do it, but it is really important, especially with products or brushes that use cream products, that you really clean them regularly. Otherwise, they won't perform as well, and they will be a breeding ground for bacteria. So take care of your brushes and they will last you a lifetime. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!